Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know I'm not much of a news and speculation guy, but when I saw this video the other day, I'm like, man, I gotta do a video on this because this really hyped me up. It was a Raw Thrills teaser trailer for a game they're coming out with. And the silhouette of it looked like an NBA Jam because it had this topper that looked exactly like NBA Jam. Now at this time, no other information was known about this other than the trailer. And if you started looking at the trailer and kind of picking it apart, Tim Kitzrow's voice is in it.
Are you ready to go, superstars?
And he's the one that voiced NBA Jam. You know, the Boom Shakalaka guy.
Whoa, boom shakalaka!
Well then, come to find out a day later, I don't know who leaked it, but I think a distributor, because there's a special distributor portal you can log into right now if you are a distributor, and I'm sure they're just showing the distributors the game so they can see if there's interest in it. Now the game, come to find out, looks like this, so I'll put a picture of it. This is the only other picture we have of it outside of the teaser trailer, and it is an NBA themed game, but it's not NBA Jam. But the thing is, it's probably the closest thing they can get it to it because I believe someone else owns the rights to NBA Jam. I want to say it's like maybe Electronic Arts. I'm not sure who owns it anymore. But there's so many assets tied up in Warner Brothers. There were ex-Midway licenses. It kind of sucks because there's a lot of great games, The Grid, for instance, that we could get an awesome modern version of. I don't know what you're doing, WB. I don't know what you're doing. But you got to get your head out of your ass because there's a bunch of awesome IPs that you're holding on to that we, retro guys, would love to see made and remade and all sorts of things. But anyways, I'm going down a rabbit hole on this. So as I started to sort of look further into this, I'm looking at the picture, and of course we like to hyperanalyze all the pictures. Now this does look like an artist's rendition of it, so I'm not sure that it's the actual cabinet, but in it, it looks like a joystick and just a single button. If you remember that game that came out, I think it was, shoot, I can't think of the name of it right now. It was a fighting game, and in that fighting game, it only had one single button. So of course, a lot of fighting game people were like, I think it's Injustice. Yeah, so a lot of people were like, oh man, this isn't a traditional fighting game. So Raw Thrills tends to make a lot of these games for bigger family entertainment centers like Dave & Buster's. So the demographic is kids. Now, when I first saw this, I'm like, well, maybe, just maybe, they're gonna make this and make it more of a traditional basketball game. Now, don't get me wrong, it looks super cool. There's like a scoreboard up top, there's a 4-player configuration, but I can't quite tell if it's one button or multiple buttons. If it's one, it could be kind of not as interesting, but I'm gonna wanna play it nonetheless. And it looks like what they're gonna do is kind of give it sort of this NBA Jam vibe. I'm assuming it's probably gonna look like that later NBA Jam game that came out, and I think that one was done by Electronic Arts, if I remember right, or EA as they're known now. But I think that was done by them, but I think it was called NBA Jam Live or NBA Jam something. I can't remember what it was. I used to play it with my son on, I think, the Xbox 360, if I remember right, and it was cool. Like the graphics were cool. It was a modern NBA Jam. So I'm thinking that's probably gonna be the graphics type, but from what I can tell, it's gonna be the modern NBA roster, which is really cool, actually. I'm into that, man. I'm cool with a modern NBA Jam themed game with the new roster. That's pretty cool. I'm down for this. So I'm very excited. It's really all we know right now. And the reason why I don't like doing these news videos is because by tomorrow or next week or a couple days from now, they'll have more information and this video will be null and void. But for right now, this is pretty cool and I'm excited about it. So let me know, what do you guys think? I know not everyone's into these Raw Thrills games, but I'm telling you, there's been a couple of bangers lately. Like Cruisin' Blast is years ago now, obviously, but Cruisin' Blast was the bomb, and then it did really well on the Nintendo Switch, so they can make a really good game. The other games that I really like are the newer Fast and the Furious games. They're pretty freaking awesome. The new Kaiju game that they have, the VR game, I played that at Amusement Expo. That was awesome. What I would have hoped to see, though, is it would have been kind of cool if at Amusement Expo they had this previewed, so I don't know. Looks like they're gonna do it without a lot of hype other than just the online community getting excited about it, but let me know in the comments below, are you excited for a new NBA Jam-like game? I think it's gonna be pretty cool, but I guess time will tell. Will it be one of those traditional, you know, Dave & Buster's games that gets overlooked, or will it be something that we all are talking about and can't wait to play? It's to be determined, but we will see soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, put your comments below, I wanna know what you think of this, and that's it for now, guys. We will see you on the next one.
Hey, if you're still here, I'd like to solicit some feedback. Do you enjoy news videos like this? If you do, maybe I'll consider doing more of them. So I would love to hear from you. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.